Today on Co-op for Two, a quick spoiler-free review of Murder on the Moon from the Detective Society. Is this the space game you've been looking for? Stay tuned to find out. Murder on the Moon was released on Kickstarter in 2023, but you can currently purchase it directly from the Detective Society here in 2025 for about $110, including an optional prologue. I did back it myself, and all of the games we play on this channel are purchased by myself with some help from the Patreon supporters of this channel. I have no relationship with any publisher. It's officially rated for ages 12 and up with an expected playtime of 4 to 5 hours. I think that's probably about right. You can watch our live playthrough on YouTube that took about 14 hours. It is a science fiction cold case game, but I say science fiction, it's really a sort of current day tale of a moon base and a murder that happens on the spaceship and related to the moon base. Now, I've said this is going to be a spoiler-free review, but I do want to show you the components you get in the box, just what you would get what you would see when you first open the box. If you're really a stickler for those things, and I don't think you should be, you can use a timestamp to skip ahead. So here is the optional prologue that you can buy. It looks very thin, but it's actually a little bit longer than the size might suggest. The main game is told in 3 little episodes. The first envelope here is super large, and that's because it has a board, which I do want to show you. So if we take a look, this gives you some idea of the production quality here. We've got a little document, some stickers, and what you've got here, most of the contents here in this first box, first envelope, is this little 3-dimensional diorama map that you're meant to put together here, mount here, and use stickers to label. Now, why are you using stickers here? Is there a puzzle involved? Is it some fun thing? No, I think it's only meant to have you use up the components so it's harder to sell. I find that a little bit offensive. But if you just take your time and don't use those stickers, you'll be fine. And then we've got a little welcome letter and some documents. Not that much in the envelope, in this first envelope at least. All right, now you saw that first envelope. I think there are going to be 2 kinds of people who see something like that. They're the people who say, I want meat. I want dense documents and lots of them that I have to pour through, and I don't care about gimmicks and physical props. And then there are going to be the people that like the deluxe elements and like the idea of a big giant map with 3-dimensional bases that you put out to visualize everything. And I guess I'm more in the former camp, but that prop you saw is actually used. It is reflective of the high quality of the documents, of the production quality overall in this game. And I think maybe the fact that there are so few actual documents to go through in that physical envelope is a little misleading, because there are substantial internet components in this game that are done very well, that are very high quality. And I think that's a general trend in this box. This is a very well-produced box of very high-quality elements, and some real time was spent on the internet component, internet side of things. But also the writing quality is very high here. There's a very interesting cast of characters involved. It's a longer cold case game than you'll normally see, so you will be spending some time with these characters. There's definitely a role of humor in this game. It's quite well done. Some of it really had us laughing out loud. And there are some clever puzzles here. They're not all uniformly high quality. There are some clunkers, but there are also some quite good puzzles. I guess it's a little bit of a mixture of classic cold case deduction. There aren't really abstract puzzles here, but things that are sort of in that direction, a little bit have a feel of an abstract puzzle. As far as story goes, I think there is an interesting story here. There definitely is an arc. Not everyone loved the sort of finale, the way it arced to a conclusion, but I did enjoy it. Okay, as a final rating for me, if I completely ignore cost, I think this is a solid 8. It is a good cold case game, a little longer than most, with a unique, well, not totally unique, but a fairly rare setting. Science fiction is not the setting you normally see in these cold case games, and it is done very well with a real sense of humor. If you're looking for a science fiction cold case game, you don't have too many games to choose from. The real problem comes with the price. At $110, including the prologue, it is really an expensive cold case game. And if you think about, well, you could get sort of 5 Cryptic Killers $20 games or this, you'd certainly get more bang for your buck by a wide margin by doing that. But it's not all fungible. Sometimes you want a more highly produced deluxe game with a very well done internet. And in that case, especially if you're looking for a science fiction game, this game might just scratch that itch. Whether it's worth $110, only you can say. I do think if you are going to purchase this game, you would be well advised to buy the prologue, which is not that much more, and it does add to the game. And if you're buying this, it means you want a longer, fuller, richer, complete experience. And the prologue is a genuine cold case component to the game. And I wouldn't skip it thinking it's worthless. So there you have it. Let me know if you disagree with me about any of this, and I'll see you on the next video.